On November 23, 2021, Officer Matthew Knutson conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after it failed to give way to another motorist in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The driver, later identified as 47-year-old Robert Sanchez, allegedly pulled out into an intersection and nearly caused an accident. As Robert observed Officer Knutson turn around, he quickly pulled into a driveway and fled on foot.
Richmond and Bader truck. Bravo Charles 1193. Get back to the car! Courtney's running south right towards you. Male Hispanic, blue shirt.
Another officer nearby ordered him to stop, but he was non-compliant and continued fleeing.
Get on the ground! Sir, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Not listening to my commands. He's on Manitowoc by a house. Sir, get on the ground! Get on the ground! He's just walking around in the yard, won't listen to my commands, has his hands in his pockets. Sir! Take your hands out of your pockets! Get your hands out of your pockets! Where's my next unit? I need one here in Manitowoc and Bader. Sir, get your... Running southbound Bader again. Get on the ground! Keep reaching in his pockets. Get on the ground, sir! We're at Imperial.
Despite being commanded to show his hand several times, he refused, and the officer deployed her taser. However, it had no effect.
Taser, taser, taser! Oh.
As Robert kept running, Officer Knutson drove his squad car over the curb and hit Robert with it, forcing him to the ground.
Get on the ground! Put your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind your back. All right. Slow down.
Yep. Everything can slow down. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. 10-4. Keep breathing. I'm good. Keep breathing. I just didn't want to get up. I had nobody. I can't breathe. He kept reaching in his jacket pockets. I can't breathe.
What's your name?
Robert Sanchez.
Why'd you run?
I'm scared. I'm scared.
You're scared of what?
I'm scared. Guys, he stung me rock.
Okay, catch your breath.
You're
not injured. Okay.
I know.
I pushed you to the ground. You're not injured.
I know.
Catch your breath. What's your name?
Robert Sanchez.
Robert Sanchez.
Yeah.
Almost 11 months later, the Brown County District Attorney's Office contacted the Green Bay Police Department regarding Officer Knutson's actions that night. The body cam and squad car video of the incident were immediately reviewed alongside Officer Knutson's police report. While examining the report, it revealed inconsistencies in his explanation of how his squad car came into contact with Robert during the pursuit. Following the assessment of the footage, Officer Knutson was placed on paid administrative leave, and the Green Bay Police Chief requested an investigation to be conducted by the Sheriff's Office. Approximately 6 months passed, and the DA's office officially filed a criminal complaint against Officer Knutson. The police chief made a public statement saying, "We take all allegations of misconduct by Green Bay police officers seriously. I will not tolerate excessive force, ethical violations, or criminal activity by GBPD members." In Officer Knutson's report, he stated, "I started to pull my vehicle up on the western side of the driveway in order to get my vehicle out of the roadway due to the other vehicles already on the road." The criminal complaint emphasized that statement, saying, "You will find in his report that he describes him hitting Robert with his squad car at the last second and other vehicles being in the road. The squad camera tells a different story." There is no other vehicle in the roadway in front of Officer Knutsen's right to left and headed towards a driveway. The district attorney further explained, there was no need for Officer Knutsen to drive on the grass as there was no other vehicle in the driveway at that time. Additionally, he mentioned the officers on scene seemed to be amused by Robert's situation. He mentioned the timestamp of the occurrence, saying, after placing Robert in the rear of the squad car, Knutsen can be seen mimicking Robert hobbling after being struck, to the laughter of the other officers on scene. It was also discovered that the use of force sheet submitted by Knutsen did not mention him striking Robert with his squad car. The district attorney said Knutsen gave a further indication that he meant to imply he had struck Robert accidentally. Without the use of force sheet and some of the video recordings being disclosed, it is hard to determine how reliable these statements are. However, this wasn't the first time Officer Knutsen was investigated for his conduct. In 2018, Officer Knutsen was one of 9 other officers that were suspended because of a harassment investigation. A report of the internal investigation stated there was a pattern of harassment by a small group of night shift officers. Some officers who were interviewed during the investigation described the night shift atmosphere like a frat house. The report further showed a female officer was the victim of hazing and harassment. She reportedly was so stressed out that she had to take off work to avoid harassment. Officer Matthew Knutsen, the 13-year veteran of the Green Bay Police Department, was charged with felony misconduct in public office and misdemeanor negligent operation of a vehicle. Robert was charged with misdemeanor counts of resisting, obstructing an officer, and operating while revoked. On the prosecutor's motion, both charges were dismissed shortly before the DA's office informed the police department of Officer Knutsen's conduct. At this time, Knutsen's investigation is still underway. Head over to codebluecam.com and check out our great selection of quality-made merch that won't disappoint.